And of course, for Abu Dhabi, it never rains at Abu Dhabi. I'm always glad that it doesn't rain. It is partly cloudy, though, for qualifying. And it is going to be a clear night for the wonderful Abu Dhabi race. And if you can't tell the amount of sarcasm in my voice, well, then check your ears. What's going on, Arch? Nations League is pointless anyway. I was going to say, yeah, the Nations League is, you say it's pointless, but it gives the international sides a chance to have friendlies. Just to see what they got as far as an international squad. Because obviously, the likes of San Marino, Andorra, Malta, all those small teams, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, they're not really going to get national team games. And if those countries want to develop up a national identity with their football team, you got to have the friendlies. So that's what this Nations League is. It's all about giving a quote-unquote friendly matches so that the nations can see what they have as far as their teams go, as far as what their national players are like. I did hear something along those lines, Tykesman, that they really created the Nations League because UEFA wanted to do away with friendlies. Or at the very least have this kind of alongside of friendlies. International matches in the Champions League, Europa League should have been canceled for this year, you say? Considering that, yeah, normally you'd be traveling across many countries when it comes to Champions League, Europa League, it would help with the containment, and also, well, not having any fans in matches would help with the containment as well, you would think. But I don't know. This whole year has just gone to hell in a handbasket. That's all I can say. But I did have my interview today, for those of you who are wondering. We'll see back, or hear back later in the week, hopefully, that it's good news. I actually do have a couple of separate interviews on Thursday and Friday, too. It's like, it's all coming at once. Like, I actually heard about the next couple of interviews for 2 different companies while I was talking to somebody today. Like, I got the emails saying, oh, we would like to schedule you for an interview on Thursday, and then another company we'd like to schedule for an interview on Friday. It's like, as I was talking to the guy today about this job proposition. So it's like, I don't hear anything for 2 months. 2 whole goddamn months of sending out applications and not hearing anything back. And then, like, all at once, like a fucking flood. The floodgates opened up, and now I'm getting calls of, we want to, speak with you on this job for an interview and whatnot. Do I think it went well? I think it went well enough for me to get a second interview, yeah. I actually did hear about that earlier today. Wrexham owned now in part by Ryan Reynolds. I wonder what Ryan Reynolds has to do with Wrexham. Like, I wonder what would prompt Ryan Reynolds to have a little bit of a stake in Wrexham, of all places, of all football teams. But yeah, that's a bit of a head-scratcher one. Maybe that's the hip thing to do nowadays for celebrities, is to own a football team. Did I see your post in Discord? About what, Tykesman? So that would obviously mean no. Stop being a couch potato? Dude, you don't know me. Some days, yeah. Other days, no. I'm out and about, man. Or are you talking about the post in Discord about Ryan Reynolds and Wrexham? Let me pull this up. Oh, no, you're talking about the Barnsley one. Yeah. I did see that. Barnsley going after Mario Balotelli because reasons. I have no idea why. Why would Mario Balotelli, after everything that has happened to him in English football, why would he want to come back to England? And for Barnsley of all teams, like that's a head scratcher. Barnsley are in the championship, right? I know they are. They have to be. Because he obviously wouldn't go lower than the championship. But then again, you'd think he wouldn't go lower than the Premier League. But probably no team wants to have him in the Premier League. But of course, after everything that happened at Manchester City, why would he want to come back to the Premier League? Or why would he want to come back to England, period? Bro, I don't know. Some things you just gotta throw your hands up and say, I have no fucking idea what's going on. But if Mario Balotelli does sign for you guys, I would say that that's definitely not a good signing for you. Where is he even at right now? Is he still at Nice, or did he move on from there? Okay, so Nice let him go. Gotcha. Oh yeah, he's an absolute head case. I mean, in all honesty, he's kind of reminding me of, like, El Hadji Diouf. If anybody remembers how crazy of a man El Hadji Diouf is and how much of a head case he was, how he just killed team locker room chemistry for every single team that he signed with. That's kind of what Mario is at this point in time. He's unfortunately a team cancer, and that's honestly the only real thing I could say about him.
Program complete, and
He was at Brescia, so he moved from Nice to Brescia. I didn't know about that. I did not know about that. I thought he stayed with Nice. Like, I thought he was at Nice for, like, the last 3 years. Shows you how much I care about Mario Balotelli, mind you. Means I barely give him the time of day. But yeah, El Hadji Diouf is basically Mario Balotelli nowadays. He's turned into El Hadji Diouf. God, I remember getting El Hadji Diouf in my Baduz save when I was streaming. I think that was FM16. I think that was FM16. I brought in El Hadji Diouf because I needed help on the wing. And yeah, he pretty much was a cancer on my team. He did have some good moments, but ultimately he was pretty shit. Because he killed team chemistry. He went, oh, I didn't even know he went to Marseille either. Like I said, that just shows you how much of a care I've given to Mario Balotelli's career, because I thought he was at Nice all this time. Yeah, that does kind of reek desperation. That signing does reek of desperation, but you take a look at where your club is right now, as what Arch said, 16th out of 24.
Execute order.
They kind of need to have something right now. Palermo coming on in with the 3-month resub, sir. Thank you very much for the support and dedication to the stream. Welcome back to the Gendo gang. He says, hey, Gendo. Hey, Palermo. How have you been, my man? Sorry, we were having a discussion over Mario Balotelli. I know, kind of a weird topic of discussion to have. But Tykesman's club, Barnsley, is looking to sign him. Which makes no goddamn sense, honestly.
Okay, test completed.
You need a striker, but not someone like Balotelli. Well, maybe desperate times call for desperate measures, and your chairman is like, hey, he's available, and he's a proven striker. We might as well bring him in and give him a try. I know that kind of is shitty thinking, but that's probably what he's thinking. Sounds like Foles isn't dead. No, I wouldn't think he's dead. There was talks of him potentially with a broken collarbone, excuse me. But I guess that's not the case. Because there was rampant speculation that he broke his collarbone from that hit last night. So I'm guessing that's not the case. But what Nagy said today in his press conference is, if Mitchell Trubisky is healthy, he would not hesitate to go back to him at this point in time. He says that all... Ooh. Unfortunately, having a little spin there. He said that all options are on the table right now. If that means going back to Trubisky, then he will go back to Trubisky. Man, I can never get that turn right. Just like this upcoming turn, I can never get this one right. I always seem to overshoot it. Christ almighty. I always seem to go faster than I am when I'm coming into the turn. Like, that's just one little caveat with my driving, is I always think I'm going faster than I am going into the turn. Which means that I always turn in later than I want to. Balotelli had potential. Yeah, I mean, you can even see it in Football Manager. The last Football Manager that I had in 2019, it said he still had some decent technical ability, but his mentals were shit. Like, his concentration was low, his determination was low. So even in Football Manager, they managed to get his mentals to a low state that probably mimics what he is in real life. Oh, shit. His stats are good enough in 21? I was going to say, you checked to make sure what his stats were before you want to make a call as to if Barnsley were going to sign him or not? Yeah, what's going on, Steve? Upsetting the car. Not getting these turns in all that great. I'm upsetting the car. Balotelli's finally over 30. Just seemed like, yeah, he was in his mid-20s forever. Well, usually a player's ability declines once they hit the age of 30. So he ain't getting any better. He's just going to be going downhill from here on out. I can already tell you this race is going to go badly for me. As I may mention several times, just this track does not agree with me. This track does me no favors. Oh, good for Matt. So did you see this news report today that, according to Don Callis, Kenny Omega would have actually signed for Impact Wrestling if it wasn't for AEW? Kenny wanted to get back into the States wrestling. Like, he didn't feel like his time in New Japan was going to last forever. He did want to come back to the States. He was actually floating the idea of going to Impact Wrestling. But then once AEW was going to start up their show, that's why he signed with AEW. So obviously, so he could be with his buddies and whatnot, but he originally wanted to go to Impact Wrestling. Can you figure that one out? Kenny Omega going to Impact Wrestling. I really can't see it. I really could not have seen it. What else do I want to do? There's fuel management, there's qualifying pace. I don't think I'll get either one of them. Impact's a bit of a joke. Dude, it's been a bit of a joke for like 5 years now. At least 5 years. There have been some good wrestlers that have gone to it and have come out of it. Like Killer Cross. Killer Cross, aka Karrion Kross. He was one of the top guys in Impact before he left to go to WWE, NXT. Magnus, who you better know him by the name Nick Aldis, got his start at TNA. And yeah, fuck, he was at TNA for like a good decade before he left to do other stuff on the indies, and then became Nick Aldis and did all this shit, and he was NWA champ for a while. I don't think he's NWA champ anymore, but yeah, TNA has some diamonds in the rough. It's just that you gotta go through a lot of rough to get to said diamonds. TNA just does not have the sway or the pull anymore like they did in the past, but there still is a solid level of talent in that company, where if AEW is not going to snap them up, or WWE doesn't snap them up, or they don't want to go to ROH or New Japan or anywhere else, Impact is a pretty solid small breeding ground of talent. Yeah, Bobby Roode and James Storm have been in TNA shit as far as I can remember, because I started watching TNA back in 2006. And Bobby Roode and James Storm were already there. Like, Bobby Roode and James Storm were just starting out at TNA at that time. I think they debuted a year before. So, yeah, they were at TNA for a long-ass time. And when you think TNA, immediate names that pop to mind, obviously Sting, even though WCW beforehand. Sting was a big carrier of that company, Jeff Jarrett. And then you get to Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, James Storm, Cowboy Chris Harris, Sanjay Dutt, Bobby Roode, Eric Young came from there. Who else? Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's a long-time mainstay of TNA. So yeah, TNA, that was when TNA was great. When TNA had great booking and great development to get all these stars up from the indies and then push them to the mainstream and make them viable stars. What's going on, Liam? And Harry, how you doing, bud? Well, welcome to my channel. We're talking about TNA, the TNA glory days of wrestling. You know, 2006 to 2009 when TNA was a viable competitor to WWE. And believe me, I owned a couple of bits of TNA merch. I know I had an AJ Styles shirt. I know I had a Samoa Joe shirt from TNA branded, mind you. But yeah, TNA was a great alternative to WWE, and I was watching both every single week back in 2006, 2007 because they were so good. They were so hot. And I think 2006 and 2007, I think that was the era of like SmackDown dominance for WWE. Because like Undertaker was doing tons of shit on SmackDown every single week. I'm trying to remember what that was. Also like Undertaker used. There's 2006, 2007. So there's WrestleMania 22, WrestleMania 23. So obviously Batista was wrecking face. You had Kurt Angle right before Kurt Angle like going back and forth between WWE and then the ECW brand, and then he left to go to TNA, and that just caused a big shitstorm in the wrestling fandom of seeing Kurt Angle leave WWE to go join up at TNA, and that just blew everybody's minds on the internet. It's like, how could Kurt Angle do this? Look at what he's done and all he's done for WWE. And then they see him turn up at TNA, and he's just immediately a superstar as soon as he gets to TNA. Immediately. And then Dixie fucked it up. Dude, little known fact, Dixie owned TNA back in 2003. Dixie Carter bought up TNA in 2003. So she has had control. She had control for 15 years. She sold it in 2018, but she originally bought it in 2003. So every bit of successful times that TNA had were technically under Dixie Carter's watch. Yes, she saw the rise, but partially due to her, she saw the downfall of TNA too. Yeah, the SmackDown 6, and then, yeah, of course, you're talking about Eddie, or you're talking about Kurt Angle before he went to TNA. Like I say, he went to TNA in 2007. Angle, Eddie, Edge, Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio. I wouldn't say, I would not put Chavo in there. I definitely would not put Chavo in there as part of the SmackDown 6. Yeah, Jeff Jarrett is the founder. Jeff Jarrett and his dad, Jerry Jarrett, but then Dixie Carter bought it. I know what I'm talking about here. Yeah. I never associated Chavo with the SmackDown main event 6. I never associated him with it. Because I would put Batista in there. Angle, Eddie, Edge, Benoit, Rey, Batista. Because Batista had a heavy presence on SmackDown. At that time, I'm pretty sure he was on SmackDown. I don't think he went back to Raw. Triple H was on Raw. John Cena was on Raw. Shawn Michaels was on Raw. Undertaker was on SmackDown. Undertaker was on SmackDown. He wasn't on Raw at that time. That's why I said SmackDown at that point in time was the best. It was the best out of the two brands. 3 if you count ECW, but who really counts ECW at this point in time? WWE ECW was just a walking shit show. It was a shell of its former self. It didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, but Rock wasn't a main guy. Rock was very much a part-timer. Even back in 2006. Hell, he was a part-timer back in 2003, 2002, when he left to do Scorpion King. That was the start of The Rock's part-timerness. And then he would come back and do, like, 1-off, 2-off shows every year. I know it's SmackDown. I know it's The Rock show and all that, but, you know, The Rock hasn't been on that show consistently in, like, 16 years. How you doing, Mint? What's going on, bud? Yeah, I mean, you take a look. Rock has been the most successful wrestler turned actor. The most successful. John Cena is trying to be that, but he won't. He will never be. The Rock is the one guy who took a look at his career in wrestling and said, I'm not going to be doing this for very much longer. I don't want to do this forever. I should try and apply my trade outside of this. And he wanted to get into acting, and he made it work. He made it stick. He's arguably the best at it. Balor made a huge tease for what? What did Balor do? What's he doing on NXT now? I know he's on NXT. Oh yeah, The Rock definitely developed into a charismatic star. I'm not looking at that right now. I can't look at that right now there, Tykesman. You can post it in the Discord, please. I'll look at it in the Discord after streaming. This is probably going to be a pretty shit run. Like I said, I never do well here at Abu Dhabi. I think I maybe have had 1 points finish here. Hey, what's going on, Thomas? I think in the history of my driving in all my careers here, I think I've only gotten points here once. I'm just not all that good driving Abu Dhabi. I'm upsetting the car way too much through these turns. Yeah, all my homies hate Abu Dhabi. That is pretty much it, Delios. Gotta rev it out there. $135. I probably will get like 18th. Probably be 17th, 18th place at best. As far as my qualifying goes, it's not going to be good. Does anyone do well against the AI? Well, I don't. I don't know about anybody else. I can't speak for anybody else, but I certainly don't. But like I said, I'll probably be like 17th, 18th at best out of qualifying. And right now I am 19th. And if I want to jump to 18th, I need to get half a second faster. Do I think I'll get a half second faster? Probably not. It's too late to do a 100% race. Oh, come on, man. It's only 90 minutes. It's only 90 minutes at most. I mean, if anybody can do well at Abu Dhabi, please speak now or forever hold your peace. Like I said, if I want to get to 18th, I need to be half a second faster. I'm nowhere close to that right now. So I think 19th it is. Whoa! And that's what I say about, I'm always upsetting the car when it comes to that turn. Yeah, I'm not I'm not doing well there. I'm moving on. There's no way that I'm gonna get anything faster. I'm not gonna get time faster. And I'm especially not gonna get anything close to the half a second faster that I need if I wanted to go into 18th place. It's just not worth it. So we're just gonna say fuck it and move on. We're gonna start in 19th place. George Russell is gonna start in 16th. He didn't make it out. Both Haas's didn't make it, and Kimi Räikkönen is gonna start dead last. Yeah, very, very long straight into a hard braking zone.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
And then you go into another long straight,
I will not
DRS straight, to a very, very, very hard braking zone. It's a Tilke track all the way through.
Was today a good day for you?
We all know this has got Tilke's handprints all over it. It's just not a good track.
Appreciate your time.
It's just not a good track at all. Alright, also for those of you who are interested in seeing the history of this Williams career, like I said, this is the final race of Season 2. If you want us to go back and start all the way from the beginning, on my YouTube channel, I just uploaded, and I'm starting to upload, I got all these scheduled, the first episodes of this Williams career, the first couple of streams. So if you want to check it out, go to my YouTube channel, Gendo66. The link is down below, just press the YouTube button, or you can type in !YT, and in the chat it'll give you the YouTube link to click on. There's also very little editing on that. It's just almost a copy paste of the stream over to the YouTube channel, so you can check back and see what you have missed. Of course, the purpose of that is so that you can try and not miss the stream live. The whole purpose is to get you to watch the stream, but it's there just going to be as an archive for any of my career mode streams. So if anybody wants to go back and check how I've done, you got it right there. I wonder if I tell Claire that the chassis and the aero are crap. Well, I did to the chassis. I did it to the chassis, and I didn't mean to. Yeah, how about them Bears, Pin Dog? It's not good, and at this point in time, I feel like Bears are must-miss TV. I'm not really caring about watching the Bears from now on. If they're going to be that shit, and not really showing me any good reason, to go and watch them, then I probably am just going to push them off to the side.
Chapter of the season then here at the spectacular Yas Marina circuit. It's a race where the pole sitter failed to finish in 3 of the first 4 events. A front row start here is by no means a guarantee of victory, so we're going to battle once more as we get underway at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
It's still set to Celsius.
Here at the Yas Marina circuit.
I thought I switched it back again.
To the right. It's a total lap distance of just over 3.4 miles. There are 2 long back straights opening up some passing opportunities into the braking zones, and we expect average lap speeds of around 123 miles an hour.
Is Trubisky back in? It's on the table there, Pin Dog.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup.
That option is on the table.
Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front
Hamilton
row.
on pole.
Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, and Kvyat, Sainz, Norris, Perez, and Lance Stroll, Leclerc, Verstappen, Alexander Albon, and Ocon, Giovinazzi, Russell, Romain Grosjean, and Kevin Magnussen. O'Brien and Kimi Räikkönen finishes off the grid.
Kimi Räikkönen finishes off the grid, but I'm down here in 19th.
It's been a long season, but let's try to end it on a high note.
Your bro's a Cowboys fan? Yeah, oh man. Seeing Dak go down with that injury, yeah, that pretty much ended any sort of hope for the Cowboys. But as we have noticed and we have witnessed, the NFC East is a pretty big shit show. Anybody can win that, and it looks like someone's going to win that with less than a 500 record. So they're not going to get 8 wins. The NFC East can be won by somebody that is not going to get 8 wins. And, the question is who wants to earn the designation of winner of the most shit division in the NFL right now? Who wants to raise their hand and say, I want that title? I am the best of the worst, is pretty much what it is. So as far as strat goes, it's Abu Dhabi. It pretty much is going to be a 2-stop strat. There's no other way around it. The question is, do I want to do a soft medium or a soft double medium? Probably it's going to be a double soft medium is the way I'll do it. Just seeing if there's any like leniency around this. Nope. So we're going to do double soft medium as far as our stints go. Giants are improving even though there's no Saquon Barkley, which is strange because Saquon Barkley is their team. He really is their team, and to not see him on that team and the Giants are actually getting better is, I have no idea how they pull it off. All right, so I'm starting on the soft. What's everyone around me doing? So most of the grid is starting on soft tires. Verstappen, Albon, and Ocon, as well as Kimi, they're all starting on mediums. So you gotta think that they're probably going to be doing medium, soft as far as their strat goes. I still want to start on the softs because I want the pace. I want the pace early, especially on a track like this where I know I can open it up on those back stretches. I would rather have the pace early. All right, so starting in 19th, where do you guys think I'm going to finish out for this final race of the season? I'd love to try and get top 15, like at least get out of the bottom 5, but let me know what you guys think. Bad start. Terrible start. Everybody's all fucking jumbled up in these first couple of turns. And no, P1 is not an option. Where's my car in the R&D tree? We are 8th. On the tree, we are 8th out of 10. But Haas and Alfa Romeo are starting to slowly catch back up. Which, like I said, it doesn't really help when I'm trying to build my car up and the AI that is controlling Williams does not put money into the facilities that I want them to. They're not really putting money into the chassis or the aerodynamics, two facilities that I absolutely need if I want to build my car out better. Shit! Shit!
We're accumulating some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
God, I cannot drive this track! No amount of practice is helping. What are you saying? It's difficult that I run with the wheel? No, it's natural that it runs with a wheel? Oh, dive bomb on Kimmy. Dive bomb on my dad. Oh, you're asking for my AI level. And my AI is at 95. Well, like I said, AI level does not matter if I can't drive this track. If I made it so that we had a 16 race
DRS is
season,
being
I would
labelled this lap. We can
immediately
use
take
DRS
off
when you are within 1 second of
Abu
the car
Dhabi.
ahead and in the DRS zone.
Brazil would be the season finale. I hate Abu Dhabi with a passion. I just don't like this track. Shit, yep. Too hot and too shallow. Yeah, I tried one race at 110 and I can't do it. I mean, I could probably get up to 100. But realistically for me, no more than that. If I went down and did a 16 race schedule, taking off 6 tracks, Abu Dhabi would be one of them. I'd also take out Vietnam. I'd take out Monaco. Yeah, I commend you if you can do 110. That just seems like robot difficulty. There's still too many people close together. I can't pass like Grosjean because he's too close to Russell in front of me. And of course I say that I'm able to pass Grosjean as I just broke super late going into that turn there. I will say, the one good thing I like about Yas Marina is night racing. I do think some tracks are pretty awesome looking at night. It's just that the 2 tracks that are driven at night, I really cannot stand. I can't stand Yas Marina, and I can't stand Bahrain. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I like the premise of night racing. It's just the tracks that they have currently, oh god, are just garbage for racing. Oh, I forgot about Singapore. Yeah, Singapore's still kind of okay. As far as driving, it's a pretty okay track. But once again, being a nighttime race, it looks pretty awesome. Seeing the streets all lit up. Welcome from Istanbul. Ah, welcome from Chicago, my friend. How are you doing, sir? Do I watch F1 in real life? I didn't really until this year. Like, the only F1 that I really watched year in and year out was the Monaco Grand Prix, because it was on the same day.
You'll be on the softs.
Because it was on the same day as the Indianapolis 500, so it's like, hey, racing Christmas. Get up and watch the Monaco Grand Prix, and then watch the greatest spectacle of racing that is Indianapolis 500. But last year, I actually did branch out and watch the Wet Hockenheim race, which was pretty fucking thrilling. And then this year, I actually got this game before I watched any extra F1 races. So, one of my viewers went and recommended this game to me. It was actually F1 2019, back in April. And I'm like, okay, I'm a big racing game guy. I'll go and, check this game out and see if I like it. And within a week, I was hooked. And then after that week, the same viewer said, hey, have you checked out this Netflix documentary called Drive to Survive? And it's like, no, I have not heard about this, and basically said, oh, it's about the past 2 seasons worth of F1, you should probably go and check it out. Which I did, and I immediately fell in love with it. And it's honestly turned me into a Daniel Ricciardo fan because he's so fucking hilarious. And seems to be like one of the greatest guys in the paddock. A very fun-loving, like, lighthearted guy. Clardia, thanks for the post. Monaco at night in the wet. That sounds like a hellscape. Well, I hope to entertain you there, Deep Blue. This is the end of Season 2, and I will be starting Season 3 as well after this. Just trying to build out Williams as best as I can. So the whole purpose of this career mode is trying to turn Williams into a respectable team again. Oh, I like Le Mans too, Daniel. In fact, that's on my bucket list. That's on my bucket list. I want to go and watch a 24-hour Le Mans live. It's up there with watching a Daytona 500 and an Indy 500, which I hope to do both next year. Whoa! Danny Russell, what are you doing? Damn it, Russell. Delio's bot, if you're listening. You got tickets to go to the Le Mans, or
we're coming in this lap.
You had tickets to go to Le Mans this year before Corona? Is that what you're saying, Danny? Gotcha. Yeah, that's honestly one of those races I'd love to go to. Of course, travel bans in the United States not really going anywhere. It's turned a lot of my want of traveling into kind of a pipe dream right now. Whoa!
We've been handed a 3-second penalty for obvious corner cutting.
Alright. Completely missed my break there. I'm not going to flash it back. I will take that penalty. Never been to a big race, not sure what it would be like. Oh, I'm sure if you go to something like a concert, like if you have ever been to a gigantic festival concert like Glastonbury or Rock in Rio or something like that, I would assume it's something like that.
Receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
You just hope 2021 has all the circuits, not the one they're running the year because of Corona. See, that's the thing. Codemasters will never do that. Codemasters are pretty much determined that they will only have the circuits that they're running that year. And Codemasters has never done DLC either, so it's not like they can just say, oh yeah, we're gonna give you all this DLC, even for free. No, they've never done DLC, so it really is a pipe dream to think that Codemasters will all of a sudden make widespread changes to how they develop the game. And also, you gotta think about this. Codemasters is being bought by Take-Two. Codemasters is not going to be developing the next F1 game. It's going to be Take-Two Interactive. So will Take-Two actually do DLC? Is the question. I don't really have a favorite team. I don't, like I said, I'm super casual when it comes to F1. My favorite driver is Kimi Räikkönen, but once he retires, it's going to be Daniel Ricciardo. And I can't really say I have a favorite team, but I would always like to see Ferrari do well. Because when I think of racing, I always associate it with Ferrari. So it'd be nice to see them do well, and they haven't really done all that great as of late. I say that and you take a look at what happened at Turkey. Sebastian Vettel getting a podium. Leclerc almost did, but he threw it away at the last turn. I will say I have been to like 3 or 4 races, live races before, but they were all at my local speedway, Chicagoland Speedway. I've never been to anything quote-unquote big. I've not been to a Daytona 500 or an Indy 500. I have it on my bucket list, and I would hope to go to them next year. I'd love to go to a Le Mans. I'd love to go to Monaco. I actually would love to watch Monaco live. If I watch any F1 race, I would love to go watch a Monaco live. Yes, I know what you're going to say. Oh, the racing is shit. It really is just a procession and all that. It's still the historical aspect of watching a Monaco race, and then taking the atmosphere of watching it in Monaco, watching it in splendor. I would love to do that. One of these days before they ultimately kill off Monaco, because you know they're gonna do it. They're gonna remove Monaco from the track, or from the circuit. I know they will. I mean, I'm sure it's been on the table for years, Purple. I'm sure that removing Monaco has been on the table for FIA for years. But they won't do it because historical reasons. I'm sure that is the main reason why they're not getting rid of it, is because it's history when it comes to F1. And like I said, it's pretty much was the one Grand Prix that I would watch every year. So I do appreciate the history of the track. And also in playing this game, I appreciate how tough it is to drive that track.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long
Monaco's
to turn
fucking
the engine
tiny.
down.
Monaco is a fucking tiny ass track, and you need to have some great driving skill and reflexes to get around it. Well, Silverstone, the site is historic because the layout of Silverstone has changed so many times over the years. Later, Harry. Yeah, ultimately is the FIA is all about which tracks they will and won't have on the circuit. I bet you if they remove Monaco, they are going to have so many F1 purists going, but what about the history of the circuit and the track and the... Yada, yada, yada. Money in politics, you never see that in F1 nowadays. Oh look, how about this new track that we just are going to be giving to you in Saudi Arabia? How about that? This is in no way, shape, or form connected to any political or money ties. No way, no how. Please forget that our main sponsor is Aramco, a Saudi-based company. Please overlook that. And here, have this new Saudi Grand Prix in Jeddah.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Okay, copy that.
A new strategy. Yeah, coming a lap later? Nah. I'll stay with the one I've got. How are you liking the cockpit view, Liz? Yeah, they actually, it was just added in the patch that came out yesterday. Where they added so penalties are now visible in your timing table. In the top left. Check the patch notes that came out yesterday. I got Alcon just riding my ass right now. Lucky you don't get many. Oh, so you've not been to my stream very often. Oh, I am the corner cutting king, my man. I get 3-second time penalties like every other race. Halo's something to get used to. Yeah, like I said, it's not for everybody. That's why the option is there. It's all about how you want to play that makes it most enjoyable for you. And for me, driving like this so I can get a real sense of what drivers are seeing, that's what makes it enjoyable for me. But it's blocking your vision. Not only blocks about 3% of my vision. I look out to the left and to the right more often than not.
now approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Yep, getting out to the mediums and then lasting for 11 laps are those medium tires. Oh, I came in too hot. Had to put more on the brake. You can't play Spain for some reason. See, that's the thing, Finale. I kind of agree with you because at Spain, it's always that Sector 3. Sector 3 is a fucking god-awful part of that track. And if they just made it so that it was back to the historic layout, the 95-96 layout, you know, with no chicane and no hairpin, I would love that track. Shameless with lots of S's. Thank you very much for the follow, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy the stream. Yeah, if I recall correctly, somebody said in the chat that chicane, in fact, what they did to Sector 3 was all about just trying to allow for better overtaking, or more opportunities to overtake. Do I watch Arava? I watch Arava and Tiamat Marduk. Yes. Yeah, before I started playing F1, like, I watched their videos to see exactly what I was getting myself into as far as an F1 game. And what the F1 game was all about. Bro, I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard. Yeah, watch Jimmy Broadbent. Dude, Jimmy Broadbent has some funny-ass content. Guy in the shed that races random cars around the Nürburgring. He's even joked about it himself. Like, that's all I'm going to be known for. Let me race a souped-up, like, go-kart or a souped-up tractor-trailer going around the Nürburgring. I personally, I would like to, too. Personally, I would like to go drive the Nürburgring just once. Just to say I did it.
Push now.
Alright, pitting this time. Pitting this time.
George is in the pits. George in the pits.
Put a V8 in a go-kart and everything broke down. Dude, that would have been a sight to see. Just seeing a V8 in a go-kart in general. Why is someone trying to buy you a car, Delios? Oh no! I nearly spin out and almost take out Ocon with me. Yeah, these tires are definitely gone. I don't know what Ocon's deal is. He runs into the back of me. I don't know what Alcon's deal was. He just ran into the back of me. Alright, final set of tires.
Exit now.
Where am I exiting at? I'm exiting in 17th.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Where am I in the Constructors? I'm 8th in the Constructors. Got, I believe, 61 points, and 57 of them are mine. Yeah, George only got 4 points this year. Last year, we had 5 total points, and George got all of them. George, Brian is faster than you. Gendo is faster than you. Please acknowledge that you heard. Yeah, George got points on the back of my car. And now the Williams team doesn't want to invest in the car to make the car better. How did Brazil go? We finished 9th. We got points. Am I staying with Williams? Yes. That is the whole purpose of this save, is trying not to suck with Williams. Trying to make them a decent team.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
And as I've lamented over the past week or so, Williams' AI isn't really wanting to invest money into the various facilities. So I can't really build a better car. I've maxed out the aero and the chassis for Spec 1 and the engine at Spec 2. I've already maxed them out. The only thing I haven't maxed out is the durability. Oh, I know it's going to take me like good 5-6 seasons. I knew that going in, my man. Purple, I had an interview today. I've got another one on Thursday and Friday with all different companies. So like I said at the very start of the stream, it's like I had 2 months where I didn't get a single response even. Like not even a form of rejection. But in the past week, I've gotten 3 interviews and already took 1 today. Yep, looking to get back into the workforce because obviously the unemployment is not going to last for very much longer. Yeah, honestly, that's what it is in my previous job. They had to furlough pretty much the majority of their staff back in April. And they've been on a hiring freeze ever since. And now they're downsizing even more. So there's no way that I could even get my old job back. I'm kind of a mixed mash of tech. I got my degree in computer science and I used to do programming, Java, C++, C#.NET development, database administrator, web developer, IT guy. Like I said, I'm kind of a mix mash in terms of tech. It's what I've done over the last, 8 years since I've graduated. My past job, or my recent job that I was at, it was web developer, database administrator. A little bit of IT thrown in, but that wasn't the majority of my job. It was web dev and DBA. You're in college studying motorsport. What about motorsport? Hey, McDangle. Yeah, it went okay. It was just an initial interview, so I'm hoping that what I told them is giving my foot in the door for another interview. And I know what's funny, McDangles? While I was talking with that person this morning, I got 2 more emails for 2 more interviews for 2 different companies. So how I was saying that 2 months ago I wasn't even getting a rejection letter even from all these interview applications that I was sending out, and right now I'm fucking drowning in application interviews right now. I'm drowning in them. I love it. Hopefully it'll lead to something. Like I said, I've been out of a job now for 7.5 months. I can only have unemployment up for a full year. That's how it works here in the state of Illinois. Only have application of unemployment benefits for up to a year since your last paycheck. So feasibly, I can go all the way until next April to receive benefits of unemployment, but obviously I'd rather not. I'd rather be on the job making more money, like 3 times, 4 times as much money as I'd be making on unemployment. What happens after a year? You cannot apply for unemployment anymore. You have exhausted all your benefits. Really, they expect you to have found a job within a year. Purple. That's the whole point of the system. Is that they expect you to have found a job after a year's time. Or before a year's time. Which, to be honest with you, I was kind of looking at my options, and if I did find anything in my field in a year's time, I would go to manual labor. I would say fuck it, I'd work at like a Menards or a Home Depot. Work at a hardware store and be a manual laborer. Just to have something. Just to make something. But I wanted to hold out hope that there would be something in my field. I mean, I got my degree in computer science, in tech. One of the fastest growing fields, in fact, the fastest growing field in the United States. There's bound to be jobs for me. Wow, my tires have got to be gone, aren't they? No, they're not. I'm just driving the track shit.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Got Albon coming up behind me. I don't know how far back he was, but he's on me like a shot. Because he's got a better car. electronics tech? Any prerequisites that you need to have before you can, like, get a job like that? Like, do I need to be certified in something before I can have a job in that field? Oh, Jesus. Very early turn-in. Learn how to use a soldering iron and a screwdriver. Actually, I don't know how to use a soldering iron. I've never used a soldering iron. My dad has, because my dad has tinkered around with computer hardware several times before. That was a hobby of his, building computers and fixing computers. That's where I got my love of tech from. But I prefer to go on the software side, not the hardware side. Cavallo, thanks for the follow, my man. Come on. Turning in so late to these corners. Like I said, that is a bad habit of mine. That's a real bad habit of mine, turning in too late. Because I always think I'm going... I think I'm going slower than I actually am.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
And that's what always bites me in the ass. See, and that's the thing, McDaniel. Sometimes certain skills can be self-taught and you don't need to get a degree for it. Speaking of, I can relate that back to my dad. My dad actually does not have a college degree, but he's a biomedical engineer because of on-the-job training from previous jobs that he has done, that he didn't need to have a college degree for. But then again, my dad grew up in a time where you could get stuff done with a high school diploma. You could be hired with a high school diploma, don't need no college certification or nothing. Whereas nowadays you need to have a bachelor's at minimum, like certification for at least 2 things, to say that you are legally able to do this job. A much different time.
Moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Oh shit. God, I hate that hairpin so much. My MGUK is about to blow. My MGUK is at 61%. Yeah, Amazon's definitely looking for jobs in my area. And I would be lying if I said to you I wanted to look at those jobs. I actually didn't. Alright, 2 laps to go.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
That's only the warehouse workers that you probably heard that from, Delios. I can see the warehouse working being absolutely shit because it's just, you know, stocking. Warehouse jobs are never the best jobs. No matter who it's for, whether it's for Amazon or whether it's for any other big box company. Hey, don't look now. If Bottas wins this race, Bottas wins the driver's title. I was going to say, that's a storyline that probably should have been addressed before this race. But if Bottas wins the driver's title. Final lap, white flag in the air. And at this point in time, my 3-second time penalty, I'm going to finish 16th. Just because of everybody that's in front of me. Oh, I never wanted to work at a call center. Call centers just get shitloads of hate. Well, it looks like Bottas is not winning. Lewis Hamilton wins, and with it, Lewis Hamilton gets a driver's title. Right, but there's a certain stigma around them. Yeah, boo that man, boo. And honestly, if it wasn't for that bogus late break that I had,
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
I would have finished in 15th. Yeah, it would have been a legit 15th, but I just dropped 1 spot. Pierre Gasly is your driver of the day. How big was his move?
And so the celebrations begin, and well earned they are indeed.
Ooh.
It may have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. Victory today then, but bittersweet emotions, I'm sure, as the championship
Don't knock your
slips through
sporting
their
icon.
fingers. Even so, what
Hey.
a fantastic final race.
Good
of the
driver
season
and a
this
great
was.
car. You do with
Tell
what
me,
the
Ant, how do you
technology
think they
is
were
given
able
to you.
deliver such an incredible result today.
Well, I
And
think it
Lewis
was clear
Hamilton
what the
knows
main
how to
contributing factor
work
on
that
the track was today.
Mercedes.
Speed.
No doubt about
I know
it.
it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
And so that means in 2 seasons, Lewis Hamilton has won both titles, which is, like I said before, very, very strange, because in my team career, it was Valtteri Bottas won season 1, then Charles Leclerc won season 2, and Max Verstappen, when Max Verstappen went to McLaren, he won season 3 driver's title. Lewis Hamilton didn't win a damn thing in my team career, but Lewis Hamilton here wins 2 straight driver's titles.
Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship.
And then you take a look at the standings, and yep, it was pretty much Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas the entire season through, basically after race 4. They weren't going to be caught by Max Verstappen. They weren't going to be caught by Pierre Gasly. And I know what you're going to say. Pierre Gasly? Yeah, actually, AlphaTauri were solid the first 5 races of the season. And that's what kept them up there as long as they did.
An excellent result. Let's focus on the driver of the day.
And then you take a look at constructor standings. Final standings put us in 8th place on 61 points. Not bad. Like I said, 57 of those points were mine, and George Russell getting the other 4. Mercedes, though, just far and away the best team out of everybody. AlphaTauri finishing 2nd, just a shade over Ferrari by only 11 points. Red Bull coming in 4th, 22 points behind Ferrari. Then you got McLaren, Racing Point, Renault, us, Alfa Romeo, and Haas actually getting some points on the board this season, though not a lot. They were able to get a little bit.
Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on the track today. He was almost flawless.
Can't
out
knock him
there.
what he did with
Incredible
McLaren,
stuff. I know that's
as he's pretty much beat all of his teammates apart from Nico Rosberg.
That makes sense.
Because of the reliability. Yeah, Daniel Oakley, thanks for the follow, dude. Or not Oakley, Okie. Daniel Okie. Yeah, that first one with McLaren, though, that was all... It all came down to the final race, right?
Window has opened. We can try.
It all came down to the final race. Is that Glock? Pretty much the most iconic part of that race. The is that Glock moment, which, hey, Felipe Massa did all he could do. Felipe Massa won that race, and like I said, he did all he could do. He just had to hope that Lewis Hamilton finished 6th or worse, and Massa would have won the title, but Hamilton finished in 5th and ultimately had enough points to win the title that year. But going by historical accounts, that was probably one of the greatest final races of the season, probably in the last decade, or 15 years, because that was 2008. All right, so yeah, we are obviously going to renegotiate with Williams. I'm staying with them because I need to continue on with the Williams career mode. Renegotiate with the current team, obviously. I'm going to lowball them.
Great.
What do they want from me?
Negotiations with us.
So obviously I'm going to lowball them because I don't want to have any sort of risk of not staying with Williams. That's the whole purpose of this save, is to stick with Williams, build the car up, and try to achieve something with them. So that's why I'm only going to go with the lowball offer. And I know they're going to say yes. They always say yes to the lowball offer. I've never seen it where they said no to the lowball offer. So we get that extra money, and I could add... what do I want to boost? Do I want to boost my driver claim? Do I want to get a second boost to my engine, a lower engine wear? Or do I want to get a second boost to my resource point income? Because at this point in time, resource point income doesn't really matter all that much. I do say that probably should work on lowering the engine wear. If anything, lowering the engine wear for this Williams car is probably for the best. Like I said, resource point income, we're getting enough resource points per week and per race weekend that I'm able to keep up with the demands of upgrading my car. And when I can't upgrade my car, have it on the back burner for when the regulations come down. So that's fine. We're going to just lower the engine wear by 20%. And we will confirm that perk. Solid stuff. But yeah, that's what I did. Okie, I did power mapping. I don't think I did power mapping first. I think I did resource point income first, and then I've done power mapping twice, both times since. Alright, so we're doing that. Moving on. And yeah, at this point in time, there isn't really much else to do. Yeah, let's throw Clock Tower back on. Why not? We just have some background noise for while we are moving ahead to get to Season 3. And of course, there is not going to be any sort of driver movement. As I've said before, as far as this game and this save is concerned, I don't want to have any driver movements or driver retirings, because technically we actually would have had Kimi retire and Sebastian Vettel retire by now. But because of the fact I have set it so that there's no driver movements, I want to have a constant data point evaluation of my car and the other drivers' cars, as well as the other main drivers in those cars staying the same, so I can compare myself and the car against everybody else without, you know, oh hey, Kimi left, let's bring up an F2 driver. Sebastian Vettel left, let's bring up an F2 driver, and that just skews the data. So I want to keep Vettel there. Yeah, I know Kimi, it's not like Kimi's doing much, but I want to keep Kimi there, keep everything together so that I can have a graph of like a year-by-year basis as to how I did against every current driver in F1 and seeing how they drove and how their car got better compared to mine. Red Bull in a slump? Yeah, I guess you could say that. If you take a look at where their car is right now, and take a look at their progress, Red Bull are actually down in 6th place. Look at that grid. That's a very, very weird-ass grid. Mercedes finishing on like 810 as far as vehicle performance. The next highest, Ferrari, looks like they're at 750. So they were almost a full 60 points back of Mercedes as far as building up the car. Racing Point right under Ferrari. McLaren and Renault right there close together. AlphaTauri and Red Bull right there close together. Everybody is at least above 600 though. Everyone's worked at a shit job at least once, yeah. I would say so. I actually worked for my uncle's, I think, yeah, it was a carpentry business. That honestly was my shit job. Because every other job that I had then was all tech. I only had one where it was actual manual labor. The sister team is doing better. Yeah, no. Like AlphaTauri, they had the best engine on the grid. At the very early part of Season 2, they had the best engine on the grid. Better than Mercedes. Which is what led them to early success. That was what led them to early success and what kept them near the top of the standings and the top of the driver's title. Until about race 5 when all that went to shit and Mercedes just kind of shot up like a rocket. But yeah, everybody is above 600 at least. And most of the mid-table teams are like right around that 700 level. We're about like 675, 680. So we're right there. We are going to be in a mid-table battle for next season for sure. As far as R&D performance goes, everything has been converted over to next season. As far as the durability, I was going to wait until next season comes around before I built up all these things. Because, hey, we need to have some extra durable stuff. We need to have an extra durable gearbox, extra durable ICE, turbocharger, etc. We need to get all that shit built. So that all is going to get built up for next season because as it stands right now, everything is maxed out everywhere else because the facilities just aren't going to get touched.
I think seeing as it's the end of the season, now is a good time to talk about your less than ideal record this year. My job is to negotiate on your behalf, but you're not giving me much to work with here. Plus, this isn't exactly doing my career any good.
Execute Order 66.
Thanks for the subscription there, McDangles, with the Twitch Prime sub coming on in. Welcome into the Gendo Gangster, and thank you very much for the support and dedication. What am I playing on PC? Ow, shit. Hate everything. Alright, yeah, but I'm playing on PC. I don't know why Emma had to go and be an absolute bitch about that. Like, you're not doing my career any good. Well, I'm in a Williams. I'm trying. Don't give me that shit. Alright, so once again, yeah, we're going to do another 22 race season. Because here's the thing, 22 race season, the upgrades and such, they don't scale back to a lower season. So if you try and do a 16 race or a 10 race season, the attributes don't scale down. You only just get what you would get for a normal race weekend and for weekly resources. That's it. So honestly, for me, it's not worth it. When I'm trying to do something like this, it's not really worth it to do something along this line. It's not really worth it to do a lower season length than what is given. I'd rather have the majority of this up there so that I can build out my car fully and have the maximum amount of R&D points available to me. So yeah, that's why I'm always going to do a 22 race season. I might tinker around with a 16 race season here and there, but as it stands, 22 race season is probably going to be the standard for me. Just give me the default. All right, so let's get our R&D right away. Is there anything going to be built aero and chassis wise? It doesn't look like that anything aero or chassis wise are helping me out. Shit. So I could DNF at Monaco and act like it never happened. Oh, you're funny. You are funny, Jero. But yes, that is true. Alright, it's R&D tree. So let's go and build some stuff up. I'm gonna rush everything, by the way. Yeah, we'll rush that, and we'll rush that. Actually, yeah, we'll rush all of it. So, look at that. We had enough R&D points that we can go and build 3 things up for the durability. Of course, like I said, I'm rushing it. But hey, if we can get it done before the start of the season, we're going to have the best... Look at that. We're actually going to have the best durability on the grid if we can get it, if we can get all this done. And, of course, at the start of every season... Oh, I thought all this would have reset. I honestly thought all of these engine bits would have reset, because all of these durability bits reset. Because I believe I had all of these durability bits, or most of them at least, last season, so I wonder why they reset. I'm okay with it. Just gives me more of a chance to have extra durability going into the middle of the season, especially with this big old thing. This big old ultimate upgrade right here coming in May 30th. That'll help us out immensely. You play PS4 just for the Gran Turismos. I have an Xbox. I've outside of PlayStation 2, I've only had Xboxes ever since. So like an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One. So I've been a Forza guy, personally. I played Gran Turismo 2 and 3. That's it. The rest of the time it was Project Gotham and Forza. Alright, so durability is going to be up and hopefully good by the time we start the Aussie Grand Prix. But yeah, Digital, we had ourselves a lag spike, so fortunately the lag spike happened right after my Abu Dhabi race, so we didn't have to worry about that. Alright, the electronics are good.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but
Gearbox worked.
the quality control. Make
Gearbox
sure you indicate
durability
redeveloped
worked,
by the R&D screen.
but the MGUK durability didn't. What place? 16th, because I suck. I suck at it. I'm not good at Abu Dhabi. Alright, so if I want to build these up, it's 14. Alright. Oh, if Abu Dhabi didn't save, I would have... Honestly, I would have gone and simmed it. There was no way I was going to do Abu Dhabi again. I was just going to sim it. No way in hell. Alright, car reveal. Oh boy, we get to see this bland ass Williams paint. Oh boy. Look at it in all of its white splendor and light blue splendor. Yeah, look at it. Look at that car. I want a way that you could change livery. If there's a way that you could change livery in driver career, I'd love to have that implemented, but I think the reason why you can't is because they sponsored the car to look, and they designed the car to look as it is, and if you change it up, it probably like ruins contracts for each individual team and whatnot. So that's why they have to have the car as is. You can't color it any differently. At least it doesn't look like toothpaste now. You're not wrong. Seems that everybody has the same favorite tracks. What'd you say? Alright, weekly resources. I think once I get those. So we'll do that, and we will redevelop the MGUK durability. And I think once, actually, I will not have enough R&D points to build out anything else. But the next two things that I will build out are the ICE durability and the turbocharger durability, because those always seem to be run through real quickly. So we'll build those two out. Those will be next. But yeah, at this point in time, the only thing I can do anything with is the durability, because everything else is maxed out for the current spec level. So we just gotta deal with that. Oh yeah, that's exactly it. We all just 100% love those tracks. It's just the best. Those tracks are 100% everybody's favorites. No shred of a lie there. And it looks like for Australia, we're not getting any rain, thank God.
The new season. I don't think we really got the most out of the team last year. The car didn't really improve as
I don't think we got the most out of the team. Speak for yourself, buddy. I don't think we got the most out of the team, so he says. Haas and Alfa Romeo took a dive. Ferrari took a little bit of a dive too. Everybody else remained the same. Everybody else kind of kept the same driver or engine performance over. The same everything performance over. But it's Ferrari, Haas, and Alfa that took a dive. I think that had to do something with their engine then. That had to be something with your engine. You're faster than the AI in the rain. Yeah, it felt like I was faster than the AI in the rain here too, but I'm not a big fan of just driving in the rain in general. I can't say that I like driving in the rain here. If there's a way that I can just make this entire season where it was just completely dry and I wouldn't have to deal with the rain, I would, because I just cannot stand driving in the rain. But as far as Monaco or Baku, out of all the narrow street tracks, I do prefer Baku. No shred of a lie. I do prefer Baku. Did I save this one? Okay, I did save this one. As far as narrow street tracks go, for me, it's Baku, Singapore, Monaco, Vietnam. You know what I didn't miss? I didn't miss taking that last corner at Australia. That is one thing I did not miss about this track, was taking that last corner. I hate it. I absolutely hate that last corner. Didn't even see I was running lean mixture there. You want to drift around the corner? Well, that's your prerogative. That's not mine. God damn it. Flash it back. Digital, I know you've had this game for a while now. You should know Singapore's in this game. You've seen me race this game. You know Singapore's in this game, my dude. What? Really? I'm actually a little surprised by that. That it said I missed that. Well, money shifted down to third. That's going to be my problem. And that is always going to be my problem, is that I'm either going to take that second to last turn too slow and shallow, or I'm going to take it too fast and wide. I never get that second to last turn at Australia just right. One of those two things happens. It's either slow and shallow or fast and wide. Never right on the money. Yeah, really the only change between 2018 and 2020 is they removed Hockenheim and then they added Vietnam and Zandvoort. And here, I was going to say, it's like much like with all tracks, I always feel like I'm going a lot slower than I think, and I turn in way too late. You despise fuel management? Same. Like, I can do tire and ERS. I can do tire and ERS, but fuel just takes up so much concentration, I really can't do it. Whoops. God damn it. Hanoi feels so nice to get right. Yeah, how often do you get it right? Every 50 laps, he said? Hanoi is very, very hard to get right every time. Shit. Hey, what's going on, junkies? What's going good? We didn't really have the best Abu Dhabi. We finished in 16th. And as far as how everything has gone for Season 3, we're able to get 2 out of the 3 durability developments that I wanted to get done. The other one failed, so we got to restart it. But every other thing, chassis, aero, and powertrain, that is all maxed out. So I can only work on my durability at this point in time. You barely have to brake for the high-speed chicane. We're at. Not here, right? Oh, wait, yeah, here. I was going to say, that's a very tight high-speed chicane, though. That's kind of a tight high speeder, though. I'm sure it's difficult, but once you do it, you feel like the best goddamn driver in the world. I'm sure. You pull that off, you're immediately thinking, I am Michael Schumacher. I am Mr. 7-Time. There we go. That was a perfect second to last and final turn.
Oh.
I was able to get it. Kind of like that. All right, take it easy, Mint. See you on Thursday, maybe. ERS, see, here's the thing. For me, ERS is not the hardest to get down. It's fuel management. Fuel management is the hardest to get down. Because it's all about letting off the gas early and shifting early, too. See, and I also have this bad habit of, if I overshoot a turn, I have to downshift again. Because to me, I equate downshifting with lowering speeds, and sometimes that is the case, but sometimes it isn't. Can't do that. Because I do use the downshift to help me lower speed while I'm braking. Hell, sometimes when I'm not braking, I downshift in. I let off the gas, just coast, and then downshift to help with lowering speed. Sometimes it also helps when I want to, keep a higher rev. I mean, this is all shit you probably know.
Alright, that's the program
Alright, we got that. Sometimes you shift up early when you're at low gears just to floor the pedal. Yeah, but you still get wheel spin. I can't do that. I can't floor it even if I'm upshifting through the gears, outside of course, the start. Because especially if you're on rumble strips, it's like driving on ice, you'll just spin out right away. I used to have a G29. I have a 923 now, but in all honesty, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, between the G29 and the 923, the 923 has this new technology called True Force, and it's located in the hub between the wheel and the housing mount, where it's supposed to give you a more realistic feel of the engine rumbling, of the ground and any other extra force feedback that'll come back into your wheel that you could feel. However, as cool as that is, the G923 is at least $100 more than a G29, and a G29 has the same exact button layout as the new 923. So, with that being said, and having played with both wheels, the better bang for your buck is to get the G29, because of course it retails for less. Not just because of that, it is the same exact face, same exact layout. It works for PS3, PS4, and it just came out with a patch that will work with the new PS5. Whereas this one as well will work with PS5, but it's not like you have to buy the brand new wheel in order to play on the PS5. There's a patch for the G29, so you can play on the PS5. So, honestly, I would go with the G29. Little tech tip, I would honestly say more cost efficient, and you keep pretty much everything button-wise on the wheel. Like I said, the 923, the only thing that was added was True Force, and if that's not really a selling point for you, you don't have to get it. I would just stick with the G29. Have I considered a Fanatec? See, that's the thing. Going with Logitech, I've not really felt the need to get a new wheel until I broke my Logitech. And had to get a brand new wheel right away, and Logitechs were the only ones that were available in my area. Would I think about getting a Fantech or a Thrustmaster one of these days? It's up in the air, but at this point in time, I'm not really in the market for a Fantech or a Thrustmaster. If I wanted to somewhere down the line, and I don't break my wheel the day of a stream, if I wanted to go and look for a Fantech or a Thrustmaster, yeah, I would look and see what is available to me and would go for that, because Fantech and Thrustmaster are synonymous with quality made products. They've been doing it in the sim racing biz for a long, long time. They're a trusted name. Hell, Fantech sponsored the F1 game. Fantech sponsors the F1 game, and its products look pretty awesome. Thrustmaster sponsor, and Fantech, I should say, sponsor iRacing. So, yeah, would I look to one of those products? Yeah, absolutely. But will I do it right now? Nah, not really. I also cannot speak to how Fantech and Thrustmaster products are, because I've never owned one. But if you want your honest opinion from me for Logitech, I'll give you it. If anybody else in the chat has Fantech or Thrustmaster stuff and wants to speak to it, go ahead. But I can only speak for Logitech, really. And yeah, even on the Logitech website, it says that the G29 will be made available for a PS5. With a patch, it will be made available to be compatible with PS5. Here, fuck it, I'll even show it right now. We pull up the Logitech site. Here, chat. Logitech G29. I'll even show it right now. Here, chat. And say hi to yourself in the bottom left-hand corner. So, as it stands right now, the Driving Force Logitech G29 wheel retails in the US for $299. Now, you could probably get it for cheaper on like Newegg or Amazon or any other website, not from the Logitech site. I'm just showing you the Logitech site because I need to prove a point. But as it stands right now, yes, it is available for PS4, PS3, and PC, but it should be made available for PlayStation 5. Looking down. Did they rescind it? Hold on a second. Did they rescind it? Because it did say it would work for PS5. Logitech G29 PS5. Right here. From Logitech Gaming, both the G29 and 923 will be compatible on the PS5 pending final product approval from SIE. So, and that was made in August. That was 3 months ago at this point in time. I would honestly say that, yeah, take that. I won't say take it with a grain of salt, because I'm pretty sure they actually will have it. Like I said, they should have a patch out for the G29 so that it will be made available for driving in the PS5. And you can even see right here for the 923, it says Xbox Series XS, but only PS4. I can almost guarantee you that this will be patched in to be usable on a PS5. So, like I said, don't worry if you have a G29, as it said right there. It doesn't seem like PS5 is on the list right now, but don't worry, it should be made available for a PS5 with a patch. Yes, Fernando Alonso is sponsored by Logitech, correct. The Fernando Alonso Racing Team is sponsored by Logitech. Yeah, Fernando Alonso has an esports team. If you did not know, now you know. What? What? Digital probably because I went more than half over. It probably registered that half of my car went over the line. And of course I have the corner cutting set to strict. So that's probably what it was. Kind of music I listen to? Pretty much everything. More rock, metal than anything. But like, I'll still give, if I like to listen to it, if I like the feel of it, I'll listen to a little bit of rap and hip hop, a little bit of country western, a little bit of house, EDM stuff. But my wheelhouse is rock and metal. When am I going to race? When I'm all done with practice and qualifying. That's the simplest answer I can tell you. Arctic Monkeys. Hey, did you know that the Arctic Monkeys made a song about me? It's true. Go look it up. It's called Brian Storm. It's completely about me, and it's not in any way, shape, or form some nondescript Brian. It's completely about me. Oasis, though, of course. I do have What's the Story Morning Glory. So, of course, gotta have a little bit of Champagne Supernova. Of course, Wonderwall, as overplayed as it is. Don't Look Back in Anger. Albon. I'm trying to think what's like the most random British band I have on my iTunes. I think Kasabian actually tops that. The most random British band I could probably think of on my iTunes is probably Kasabian. And I've got, I know I've got Shoot the Runner, and Clubfoot. Nah, Queen's not random though. Queen definitely is a random. Like, honestly, if you like classic rock, like, Queen should definitely be up there. So that's why I didn't say that they were random.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top three again. O'Brien.
Clubfoot's so iconic. I don't know if you're being like smarmy or something with that, but like I said, I legit have, and that's all actually because of Rock Band. Like, Rock Band got me into Kasabian. Because those were the two songs that were on Rock Band, Shoot the Runner and Clubfoot. And I thought they were cool. I thought they actually sounded pretty damn good. But yeah, I gotta really think that Rock Band turned me onto like a wide variety of bands. Wide variety of genres. Over the years. That and the Tony Hawk soundtrack. Tony Hawk definitely did help a lot with my musical taste at the turn of the millennium. Got me into Rage Against the Machine. No joke. I'd never heard of Rage Against the Machine until Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and Guerrilla Radio came out. Did not know a single thing about Rage until Tony Hawk 2. A favorite song? Oh, that's really hard. I cannot give you a favorite all-time song. Too many good bands, too many great bands. And my top 5 changes all the time. Like, at least number 5 changes all the time. My top 5 bands are Rush, number 1, all time, forever will. Then Red Hot Chili Peppers, Metallica, and Foo Fighters. Those are my top 4. I cannot say a top 5 because my 5th band changes with whatever I feel like. One week it could be Tom Petty, one week it could be Queen, one week it could be Billy Joel, one week it could be Elton John. It changes. It changes very, very frequently. But those top 4 that I listed, those will always be my top 4. Have I heard the new AC/DC album? I know it's like Power Up or something like that, or Power On, but no, I have not heard any of the new AC/DC. Like, the last AC/DC I got was Black Ice, and that was when I was in college. When did Black Ice come out? 2008, yeah. Like, I didn't hear any of Rock or Bust, and their newest one is called Power Up. So yeah, I can honestly say I've not heard of the latest 2 albums of AC/DC. But I do have the Black Ice album, which I know is probably random as hell, but... You start with Linkin Park. Guess what? Actually, not Argo, but Lizonix. The very first album I ever owned that I bought with my own money was Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. The second one, Papa Roach's Infest. So that should tell you exactly where my mind state was back in 2001. I was nu metal heavy. Listening to that, listening to Disturbed as well. God, 2000 and 2001 Brian was pretty angsty, not gonna lie, because that's when I just turned 13, 14. So I was pretty much trying to be young rebel going into high school. You want to talk about cliche, you know, trying to be rebel against your parents, rebel against the system. Yeah, it doesn't get any more rebellious than listening to fucking Disturbed and Linkin Park. Yeah, or Papa Roach. Yeah, it's not really rebel against the system music. Rage is, obviously, but not Linkin Park. It was hard though. It was very hard music, hard sounding music, and that's what drew me to it. Just the screams of David Draymond and Chester Bennington, rest in peace. It really drew me on. I forget what this lead singer of Papa Roach is, but just the hard sounding nature of all those bands really drew me to them. Alright, let's get into qualifying. Yeah, exactly, Argo. I mean, one week it could be, the greatest hits of Gendo. Because you cannot deny that Gendo is a legend. He's a legend in his own mind, ladies and gentlemen. You're more indie than rock because you grew up surrounding, and there's nothing bad about that at all. Especially since there are some very solid indie bands. Like we were talking about Kasabian. We could probably say Blur is indie as well. We could say Gorillaz are indie. Drop fuel. Alright, let's go have some fun. Season 3, Race 1, qualifying here at Australia. I haven't really given anything by Mike Shinoda a listen to. Obviously, a lot of his rock rap samples from Linkin Park days. But I haven't heard anything outside of Linkin Park by him. You're digging the classic rock, 60s, 70s. Oh, Eric Clapton. Ooh, solid. I was going to say, if you like Eric Clapton, I'm sure you'll be turned on to, before he went solo, listen to some of his Cream work. His work with the band Cream. And the Yardbirds, too. Like, seminal Cream song Crossroads. That's like the first one that everyone thinks of when they think of Cream. Yeah. He was the guitarist and sometimes lead singer. He was definitely the lead singer on Crossroads. I think this is an okay time. 121.9. Nah, that's not actually a good time at all. That's not a good time at all. So what's my favorite movie then? Yours is Saving Private Ryan. Actually, mine's The Godfather. All-time favorite, Godfather. And I know, like, between Godfather and Godfather 2, there's, like, a debate as to which is better. Both are really good movies. I do prefer Godfather 2. Godfather over Godfather 2, personally. Okay, what do we got time-wise here? Man, we're still god-awful time-wise. I am still not all that good time-wise. It is all due to either how I'm driving it or really how bad the engine is. George Russell, he's just outside of the cutoff zone, and if I want to make the cutoff zone, I need to be a full second faster. I need to be 1 full second faster. Garbage. Best Christmas film. We're not going to get into that debate. Die Hard's a good film. I'm not saying it is the best Christmas film. I'm not putting it as a Christmas film. Your dad has some fault in your music taste. Childhood music was like, his childhood music was Jimi Hendrix, Deep Purple. Oh, yeah. And seriously, that's how I was introduced to those bands through my parents as well. Because, like, on long car rides, we would always listen to the oldies station. So, yeah, we'd listen to Beatles, Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. I've actually never watched Polar Express. Hand on heart, swear to God, I've never watched Polar Express. God damn it. See, that right there is coming down to, I was coming in too fast and I tried to cut it shallow. Don't. Okay. You say it's tragic, like tragic bad or tragic sad? Ah, shit. Yeah, you gotta differentiate there. Is it bad or is it sad? God awful. Gotcha. Alright, so I got almost a half a second faster, but I'm not getting out of Q1. I'm starting 19th. Yeah, that's... You want to talk about tragic? That right there. That was some terrible qualifying job. George Russell did, in fact, get out of Q1. But like I said, at this point in time, I can't really do much as far as the power output of my car because of the fact that unless that there's more to be built out due to Williams wanting to put money into the aero or the chassis, I'm stuck with the power output that I got. I cannot make this car go any faster. Building durability, that's great. That's for the engine. But as far as the rest goes, I cannot build this car out. What other games do I play other than F1? Well, actually, recently I just bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I've been getting into that lately. Oh, that's fun. I've been an Assassin's Creed guy since Assassin's Creed 2. I can't say the beginning, because I heard that AC1 was shit. And I went back and played it, and yeah, I agree, it was shit. But I started Assassin's Creed 2, and I pretty much have played every single game all the way through, now to Valhalla. So that is the game. Once I'm done playing this, and when I'm rendering this stream to be uploaded to my YouTube channel, I will be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla on my Xbox One. Outside of that, what do we got here? Like, I was playing some Among Us, I was playing some Fall Guys, you know, the hot new shit over the summer. Rocket League, like other PC games I'm just thinking of here. Yeah, Rocket League, Cook Serve Delicious, some indie stuff. But on my Xbox, Tiger Woods, Forza, Assassin's Creed, Madden or NCAA football, one of those two, and Rock Band. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. What am I talking about? Of course, I just sunk like a fuckload of hours into Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. You know, the remastered game that came out, because of course as I just made mention, I was a big Tony Hawk fan back in the day, so I had to get the remaster. So that's what I've been playing recently. Only Assassin's Creed game you played was Unity? I feel for you, dude.
Good day today.
Oh my god, Assassin's Creed Unity is shit.
Have your take on it. Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
None. Albon, Verstappen, Leclerc, or Vettel. So you're basically asking me which driver is going to fuck my shit up today, because I'm not going to beat any single one of them. In fact, I think the closest I ever got over any of the drivers around me was Albon. Like, I was able to, you know, at least fight with Albon over the last few races, but Leclerc, Vettel, and Verstappen were always ahead of me. So I'll say Albon. Albon's going to be my rival.
Your qualifying pace didn't put you at the front of the grid. Will this be a problem to...
If the car lasts, we do have a good chance of getting points, because of course it's always the first race of the season, so there's bound to be at least one car breaking down. I'm going to have to make sure that it's not mine, and I feel very confident we could get points here today. Very confident. You never even completed the story and you got lost in it after 3 missions? Oh, what, just doing side quests and stuff? You got lost doing side quests? Dude, that's what I did with, like, Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and Revelations, which, by the way, that is the pinnacle of the Assassin's Creed series. The Ezio trilogy, that is the pinnacle of the game. Because Assassin's Creed 3 took a big step backwards. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, the pirate ship one, that was very, very good, but it wasn't quite as good as the Assassin's Creed Ezio trilogy. It was better than 3, though. Unity was trash, and honestly just tainted the entire name of Assassin's Creed, which pretty much, honestly, took me off of wanting to play any of the newer games until very recently. Going back, Odyssey and Origins were pretty solid, like, definitely better than Unity, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla right now, it's kind of on that Black Flag level, where it's just a step below the Ezio trilogy, but it's still damn good. Yeah, Valhalla is really damn good. I honestly would say go out and get it. If you've not played an Assassin's Creed game recently, like since Black Flag, there are some big differences where there is a skill tree. You actually earn points, you level up your shit, your weapons and whatnot, and there's a skill tree too. So you can choose to, you know, build up your melee, build up your range, build up your assassinations and whatnot. It's very, very jarring, considering that it's not something that's really, akin to an Assassin's Creed game. Like I said, especially if you've not played any of the recent ones, so it could be a little disorienting. But just the overall gameplay and the story, and especially the graphics, of course, next-gen graphics and whatnot, it looks very, very pretty. I'd highly recommend getting Valhalla. It's a solid game. I missed out on Rogue. I'm kind of glad I did. Actually, now that you say that, I did not play Rogue. And that is the British game. That is the one in, like, Victorian England, like Industrial Revolution England. I am aware of it. I've not played it. What's going on, Vazzy and Joke? How you guys doing? We are just about to start the Aussie Grand Prix. We're going to be starting in 19th because, as you know, this car is just a pile of god-awful shit, and there's no way that we can build up on it because Williams has decided not to go and put money into the aero and the chassis. So we're just left with a very bare bones car. We cannot increase the power output on the car. We cannot increase the aerodynamics or lower the weight on the car until Williams decide, let's put money into these facilities. They did put money into the powertrain, more money into the powertrain that I don't need right now. So I have no idea what the AI is thinking, but I want them to put money into the aero and the chassis so I can build out that tree. Otherwise, I'm just going to be fucking floundering here with this save. Which, if that's the case, if we don't get any money put into the aero or the chassis on this car, I think I might step away from the save after Season 3. Not entirely for certain that's going to happen, but I feel like that if the AI just does not get a hold of itself and actively wants to build a better car, make me build a better car, I might step away from this series after this season. We'll have to wait and see. That's like 2.5 weeks away, but we'll just have to wait and see. The Victorian England one was Syndicate. Rogue tried to be another Black Flag spin. Okay, so well, that's definitely one that I definitely didn't play. And then Syndicate 2, I guess, was not one that I played either. I guess I need to go back and see if they're available on the Xbox One, see if I can download, as far as, you know, Syndicate and Rogue are concerned. Only game you want is Skate Forward. Oh, man, I know my actual Firelight Motorsport teammates for iRacing, we're all hyped for Skate 4. I still have my Skate 3 and all of its downloaded content
to be another thrilling
on my Xbox 360.
Formula One action. Pre-season times,
been waiting for Skate 4.
So much discussion in recent weeks mean nothing now, as the cars line up to battle it out for points once again. So let's get this season underway. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Lando Norris, and Sainz, Gasly, Ricciardo, Kvyat, and Esteban Ocon, Verstappen, Albon, Lance Stroll, and Russell, Magnussen, Perez,
all right, Russell is starting 14th.
And Antonio Giovinazzi. O'Brien and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid.
Man, I don't know how to feel about Kimi Raikkonen starting down near the back. I don't know how to feel about that. Anybody got a spare C602 board? I definitely can tell you I don't have that. Alright, so what is the strategy? Now, the strategy seems to be about the same every single race, where they want me to default soft hard, but the personalized is soft medium. And I gotta say, soft medium is probably the better of the two. Actually, what if I did this? What if I change this strategy up to go soft medium? No, don't add the stint. No. And then what? Oh, I know why that is. It's because this bottom one is if I run the tires heavy. And, of course, they would say that I'm not going to run the tires light enough that it would only be a one-stop strategy. So yeah, we're going to go with this. It should take less than 41 minutes to complete the race. 12 laps on the soft tires, the rest of the way on the mediums. And as far as what everybody else is going to be concerned with doing, I'm pretty sure everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's going to start on the soft. Yeah, everyone's starting on the soft. It's just basically a matter of when are you pitting for the mediums. Do I want to pit on lap 12 or do I want to pit on lap 11? Here, let me check. What is the difference? Ooh, actually, it would be a little bit faster to pit on lap 11. So I think we'll do that. It may only be 0.05 faster, but it's still faster. So we'll pit on lap 11, and hopefully George Russell honors that and doesn't come into pit at the same time we do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, where do you think we're going to finish? First race of the season here at Australia. There's bound to be a car breaking down, and hopefully it's not mine. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. Where do you think we're going to finish? Once again, top 15 should be the way to go. Ah, god damn it. I knew the braking zone was coming up. I knew the braking zone was coming up. I don't know why I didn't brake earlier. I don't know what I was thinking. Top 20 is a good safe bet there, Digital. Whoa, Grosjean, I don't know what you're doing, bud. Alright, take it easy, Dan. My schedule is down below if you want to know when I go live again. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. I say or, I mean and. Wow, first lap already spun out. We're off to a wonderful start. Shit. I'm seeing a lot of predictions, like between 12 and 15. Like, that'd be good. I think that honestly is worse than what I did last season. I think I actually finished top 10. I think I was able to get points here at Australia last season. Was 2018 the last year of the Super Softs? Yeah, I was about to say, it definitely was not available in 2019.
We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Wait until yellow and overtake them all, yes. And then get black flagged and disqualified. Sound strategy there, my man. I'm just not taking these turns very well. They removed Hyper and Ultra Soft. I didn't know about those other two. I knew about the Super Soft, though. Thanks to Motorsport Manager. Where purple was the Super Soft. Or sorry, purple was the Ultra Soft, red was the Super Soft, yellow was soft, white was medium, and brown was hard. Well, brown or orange, whatever. It looked brown in Motorsport Manager. Oh, Grosjean! Grosjean locking up going into that turn. My wing is okay. Super hard. Great name. Ha. Like, we're all 13 here, right? It is orange, okay. So it just looked brown in Motorsport Manager then. Get back here, Giovinazzi. I don't want to take your shit. There's more of a change in labels than changing compound. Gotcha. Uh-oh. We got a truly train forming. Who's at the front of it? It looks like it's a Haas. Looks like it's a Haas leading this train.
We're at +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
Doesn't look like there's a good way around it. Damn it. I'm so close to passing Giovinazzi, I could taste it. he's doing something. Oh, he's tasting my wheel right now is what he's doing. Hey, I had to do something to get around him. I was sick and tired of seeing his rear end. Bottas is out of the session.
Flag. Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Coffin, please, for Bottas.
Okay, clear.
What, really?
We've been awarded.
What, really? Oh, man, no. I'm not doing that. Alright, so that is flashback number 1. That's flashback number 1. I got 2 left to use. Yeah, Digital, can you give us the lottery numbers? Please? Actually, no safety car, though. Yeah, no safety car. No! You know, I hate to do it. I hate to do it right here, but I gotta. I thought I was braking hard enough. I honestly thought I was braking hard enough to not hit Russell. But my wing got fucked. So that has 2 flashbacks and 2 laps. I got 1 left to go. And I am not having a good time. Reminder, if I use my last flashback, I gotta take whatever comes to me. Whether it's a spin, whether it's a messed up wing. Or if it's a crash, I DNF. You'd restart the whole race? Oh.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Well, I'm glad you know that flashbacks are a thing now, because having to restart a whole race is woof, my man. See, if I made that mistake, I would just simulate the race. I would just say F it and just simulate the whole race. I got Giovinazzi and Grosjean looking to try and exact some revenge on me. George is coming into the pits right now?
For his stop.
So that means that he's coming in for hard tires. Oh, I thought there was going to be a big old crash up here. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna say F it. Final flashback. Oh, you shithead!
Strategy is available.
Nah, I can't take that. Not because this shithead had to turn me back here. Giovinazzi. Asshole.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Also, I don't know what the hell Sergio Perez was doing in front, which led to that last flashback. I have no idea what Perez was doing. Alright, final. If I fuck up, I fuck up, and if I crash out, I will take the
We want
DNF.
to pit this lap, so push now.
Ah! I shouldn't have said anything. I should not have said anything.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
I shouldn't have said anything. Every single race.
We've witnessed,
Every single race.
and I can see the drivers starting to and after.
Have never had that happen to me. Every single race. I have never had that spin out right there. Ever.
This round of the world.
Shut the fuck up, Jeff. Crofty, I don't want to listen to you. Every single race. I would never spin there. I would spin at that hairpin. I would spin at the second to last turn. I would spin at the high speed chicane. But I would not spin there. I would never spin there. How the hell did I spin there? Out of all fucking places, how did I spin there?
Championship.
All
Here's
right.
how things look
Well,
in the drivers' table.
this is, well, it's unprecedented because we've only ever done this once before. Straight up DNF. And that's the thing, Liz. I've hit those curves many times before. And it never led to that outcome. It never led to that outcome where I spun out. Well, I will say this, I finished better than Bottas. Yeah, I'm not happy. Guys, I'm not happy about this. And well, I abide by my rules. Hell, I even went one over. So I gotta abide by my rules, and we're DNFing from
Lewis
this race.
Hamilton takes the lead of the.
I don't care about Lewis Hamilton. Shut the fuck up. Huh. Well, alright. I like that track. It's not a top 5 track, but I like that track. And it sucks that I couldn't do well at it. I normally do okay at it. I'm not happy. I'm far from happy, guys, about that. So, all right. Well, we got, like I said, we got the durability of the MGUK coming in just a couple of days' time. And at this point in time, I don't have any R&D points to build up the durability of the ICE, of the turbo, of the MGUH. Obviously, I want to try and hit everything, make sure I have everything maxed out. but when are you going to give me money, Williams? Aero and chassis. You got to choose one of them. When are you going to give me the money? That's the problem right now, is that I just don't seem to see anything on the horizon that is going to say, we're going to give you money and we're going to make this car better, because I just don't see that. So, like I said, unless they don't give me money, I'll keep the save going. But if they don't give me anything for aero or chassis, I think I might just end this after season 3. Because at that point in time, it's just, it's just going to be a slog. It's like season in, season out. Like, why am I doing this? If I know that it's not going to get any better, and if I know Williams are not going to give me an opportunity to grow the car, what am I doing here? If I'm not just spinning my tires, I might as well just give it up. Really. And then move on to something else, I think. Something great from the update, you can now have game language and commentary language separate. Really. German text and English commentaries. There you go. You can listen to Crofty while reading it in your native German. Solid. All right. So with that being said, guys, that is in fact going to do it for this evening. I wish it was a lot better than what it was, but sometimes it just is what it is, and you just got to deal with it. And sometimes you just got to DNF. You take the DNF and you move on.